it's Kristi. Today we are going to be creating a beautiful Valentine's tablescape. I did not buy anything new for this tablescape except for some flowers and a few little cupcakes and things you'll see in a minute. This is going to be the first video in a series that I'm calling Tablescape Basics, where I'm going to be showing you how to create beautiful and inexpensive tablescapes where you can build a collection over time. It's called Tablescape Basics because I'm gonna be showing you basic items that you can collect that will give you everything you need to build tablescapes. So today I'm doing a Valentine's tablescape, but you could use these same things that we're using and switch it up from Valentine's to spring to Easter, whatever the case is, because these are the basics. These are the things that will make any table beautiful for any occasion, year round. I went ahead and set up the basis of the centerpiece. We're gonna add a few things to it and we're gonna build around it, but I wanna show you a couple of different place settings today, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and have this in place. But all of the things that I'm using here are part of those tablescape basics, starting with the actual centerpiece. I have a pedestal that I found at Pottery Barn a few years ago. It was at the outlet and I was able to get it for 75% off. So I got a great deal on it and I love it. This is a tiered tray that I found at Home Goods. And what I like to do is set the tiered tray on top of the pedestal so that gives me more height. This particular centerpiece, I wanted to have something at the bottom. I just felt like it was gonna need a little something. So I'm gonna be using the bone china from my mom's wedding set, and I have the teacups here. So in the teacups, there are 8 of them. I just lined the bottom, and I have these hearts in one. I have one box of Valentine's decor, and it's all little things like this, like the hearts and these little paper bags that you see with the flowers in them and other things. So my one box is what I'm using to create everything on this table. I did buy some flowers, so in some of the cups I put baby's breath, and I just alternated every other cup around, and I just put the handles facing inside. And underneath here, I'll give you a better look at it in a little bit, but underneath I just wanted to fill in a little bit. So I had some boas that I found at Hobby Lobby at Christmas time, and I'm just using that to give a fluffy, little airy Valentine's feel. I feel like the boas work perfectly for Christmas and for Valentine's. You can never go wrong with food on a festive tablescape, especially something like Valentine's Day or Easter. I think cupcakes make the perfect thing, and I just use this grocery store to help me, but you could get these even cheaper if you made them yourself. But I just picked these up at the grocery store. I think they are so pretty. I wanted to mix reds and pinks with this tablescape. I thought it would be, I just like the way the pink softens up the red a little bit. And of course with the white, it just ties all 3 of those colors together so well. I'm struggling a little bit to get this open, but I just wanted to add cupcakes. I've got to be careful getting these out. So this was a mixed box. You know, sometimes you don't even know what you're going to find when you go to the store, but I just picked up this mixed box. I love that they have the little heart rings in them. So I'm just going to set these around, and since they're mixed colors, I'm just going to mix them up on my tray and just kind of see how they end up looking. I just want to go through and tell you about the basics that I have on my table. So I have crystal candle holders. I find all of these things at the thrift store. You will be surprised at what you can find when you're thrifting. So on my centerpiece, I'm using the little bags the little gift bags. I want to say I probably found those at Hobby Lobby because they were in my box. So I'm assuming it was at Hobby Lobby. You can't get more inexpensive than that. It's so cheap for a beautiful table. I love the look of flowers in the bags like this. And again, they would look so great for any occasion that you're doing. You could even do something like this in like a coffee bar. A lot of these essentials, a lot of these basics work well in a coffee bar or a tea bar as well. So I'm just going around putting my cupcakes in, and I think it's gonna look so good. I wasn't sure how many cupcakes I would have. And you know, there's no rhyme or reason necessarily to how I'm doing this. I'm just filling it in the best I can. I wasn't sure if I would have enough cupcakes, but again, as long as you have enough for your guests, if y'all are gonna be eating them, then that's all that really matters.
What you wanna hear now, but they all disappeared, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in this world, gonna get it right now. We only need the two of us together.
This is what I have so far on the centerpiece. And I want to point out, even my candles, some were lit already, some were not. I'm just mixing and matching what I already have. My crystal candle holders, I collect these. I try to find pairs, but sometimes I will even buy singles because you can totally mix and match. And I like having different heights. So you'll notice that all of these are different heights. And then I love how this ended up turning out with the cupcakes and with the little flowers and hearts at the bottom. I think it's so cute. And I am going to end up adding some things to the table runner just to add a little red onto the table runner. This is what I use all the time for Christmas, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day too. So this would definitely be considered a basic. I wouldn't necessarily use this at all times throughout the year, but for holiday occasions like this, it is beautiful. I think you could probably even use this at Easter, depending on what you were doing. The next basic that I want to talk about are my cloches. I bought this a couple of years ago at HomeGoods. And all I did was add in some little hearts with a little bit of that boa. You can see I let it come out of the glass a little bit. You cannot go wrong with gold or silver. Cloches like this, or even just to use the base as a candle holder, would have still been very pretty. You could get pink candles or red candles or whatever, and it would add more color to this. And I think you could use this for any occasion. For some type of ladies' luncheon or tea, this would be such a beautiful tablescape. These are some of the things from my one box of Valentine's Day decor. I got most of this stuff at HomeGoods a few years ago. And as you can see, it's just little things that, like I said, would be perfect for tablescapes, perfect to use perhaps in a tea or coffee bar, even on some type of tray that you're doing. I love these. I've done several tablescapes before using a lot of this stuff, so I will link those in the description for you. But these I've used as a vase filler before and then put a candle on top of it. And I have these little heart ornaments. This little thing came off, so I'll put that back on. But I'm going to use these a little more later. But I already have used them as some little hearts down here. I mixed the glittery with the satin finish in there, and I think that looks beautiful. These hearts I absolutely love, and those were from HomeGoods as well. Not HomeGoods, sorry, Hobby Lobby. You never know what you're gonna find when you go thrifting, so I was able to thrift these a few years ago, and I think they're so cute. This would be great set up on a tray with some little candies inside of it for all of your guests. You could use something like that to put on top of the plates as well. So always be on the lookout when you go thrifting for things like that. One of my other basics is a coupe. I absolutely love coupe glasses because you can do so much with them on a tablescape. You can set them for the drinks, or you can set it on top of the plates, as I'm going to end up doing today. So I absolutely love these. These were with my mom's china, so that was part of her wedding set that she had to match her china. White cotton napkins. Pink or red would look beautiful with this tablescape, but I don't have pink or red, and I did not want to go out and buy any for this particular table, so you can never go wrong with white. The same is true with these acrylic napkin rings that I have. I feel like these are dressy. They can be even casual depending on the table that you're doing. It works so well with everything that we have going on here. And like I said, I'm going to do a couple different place settings to show you. Gold chargers, I found these at the thrift store. I also found my red chargers at the thrift store. I think I paid $1 each for all of these. This is my mom's china that we're going to be using with one of the place settings. I wanted to show you just plain white plates because that is definitely a basic. If you don't have any other plates, you can always use just plain white plates. You can find these at any store. You can even find white plates at the thrift store sometimes. And if you don't happen to have beautiful china like this that I have from my mom, then go thrifting. You can find these types of plates when you're thrifting all the time at super low prices. These were from Home Goods, and this is another basic because you just can't go wrong with silver. And I thought the silver would help tie in my tiered tray and just give a little pop, even though I'm wanting to use some gold because my tiered tray also has gold in it. And of course my cloches have gold. I just wanted to mix and match the silver and gold. These are from Home Goods, and again, very affordable. I love buying salad plates. So I don't often buy dinner plates. If I find really nice ones, I will buy some dinner plates to add to my collection. But for the most part, I like buying salad and dessert plates because you can layer these and you're not having to store as much, and they tend to be a little bit less expensive.
People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappeared. They will let you down.
For the first place setting, I'm going to go a little more on the traditional side, and this would be one that I would use if I only had the white plates. So I'm using these beautiful red placemats that are actually a sister placemat to the white ones, or my white table runner. I got these at Hobby Lobby a few years ago at Christmas time. I felt like the red was a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna soften it up with these beautiful lace looking placemats that I found at Walmart a couple of years ago. I did another Valentine's tablescape where I used these, but it looks totally different. It was actually in our other house. So like I said, I'll link that video for you if you're interested in seeing that one. I can only find 4, I'm not sure if I only bought 4 red placemats or what. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of the white that matched this, and I'm just going to use those in the center place. And I think it'll look fine, but I am still going to layer it with the lace placemat. I just think by doing that, it ties everything together a little bit more since I'm mixing and matching. But that's the thing when you go thrifting. You know, I definitely want to encourage you to mix and match. Don't feel like you're stuck with just what the thrift store has. If they don't have a full set of something you're looking for, go ahead and buy a couple and then look later. I've talked about that in so many videos where I have part of something but not a whole set, and I love mixing and matching it. I don't know if you can tell from here and there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up good for you to see, but I definitely like having the white on top. That softens this up quite a bit. And let me get my other white placemat here.
'Cause we got love.
I think I would like this better if I did have 6 of the red placemats, but again, you work with what you have, and that's the whole idea of this Tablescapes basic. We're just gonna use what we have and make the best of it. I'm gonna use my white plates for this one, and I'm going to go ahead and use my red chargers for this one. Because I'm putting the white on top of the red, The red charger will still pop, and I think this is gonna give it that classic, traditional Valentine's look. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna come together. You know, you can put all the pieces together separately, but until you actually get it on the table, you never know for sure what it's gonna look like with everything, and I'm loving this. I like how, to me, this just looks so romantic and light. Sometimes, you know, Valentine's can look really heavy, I think. I know that's a strange word to use, but I feel like sometimes it can come off looking heavy. And I love the light, like classic look of this. Think about the mood and the feel that you're wanting to go with. So I wanted this very romantic, like I said, kind of light and airy feeling. So that's the type of things that I'm adding to the table. Also, as far as my flowers go, all I did was I used some little glasses inside here so that I could have something to put the flowers in. And I used some paper towels and folded them up just to raise that up a little bit to give the height that I needed for the flowers. And then I'm just using these mini carnations and some baby's breath and just mixing the colors. And I love how they turned out. So simple to put that together. Takes no time at all to get that done. Now I could stop here and leave it like this, and I think it would be fine. But I did think that it would look really good if I put this pop of silver on it. So I'm gonna add these little plates. These are really more of dessert plates, but I don't think it matters. I think it's still going to add that nice, you know, little bit of silver color, which I wanted. And I was gonna show you, even though these are like my everyday white dishes that we use every day at home, look how beautiful this looks with the silver on it. And even though this is a much dressier plate, it doesn't matter. They still work really well together. I'm using the coupe glasses just to set on top of the plate. And then I'm gonna come back through with the napkins, and I think it's gonna turn out so pretty.
We only need the two of us together. We only need the two of us together.
Got my napkins all folded up, and I'm just gonna set them on the plate next to the coupe glasses. I think that's just a classic look that you can't go wrong with. And if I wanted to add silverware, I could still put silverware on the side, although I think I'm gonna leave that off of this particular place setting, but you could definitely add some if you wanted. I think with this setting that I have right now, you could use either silver or gold. I have some beautiful gold flatware that I got at the thrift store a couple of years ago. It's so pretty. I will probably use it with my other setting that I'm gonna do with my other place setting where I bring in the gold. I think on this one, some silver would look very pretty. Again, use what you have. Whichever one you have would work.
We only need the two of us together. 'Cause we got love.
Have cookies and strawberries, and that's what I'm gonna add to my coupes. I think that's gonna look so cute and just bring in a little bit more color, which is what I'm looking for. I wanted to bring in some red and pinks into this. So I'm just gonna set a cookie and a couple of strawberries in each coupe glass. Look how cute that is. I love it. And so you have your built-in dessert right there. You could use little candies if you wanted, like the little hearts with, I forget what you call them, conversation hearts. You could add some of those. If you had red hots or something like that, you could put that in it. Another thing you could do is you can always use this and put like a candle or something in it. So anything that would bring in a little bit of color, I think will work.
We got love.
these little hearts. I'm gonna sprinkle them around on the table runner. I just wanted to add a little bit of color in, and I think it'll be pretty just to have the little hearts strewn around. Again, you could use candy for this, so many things. Somebody did tell me one time just to be careful with like red hots and things like that on white because it stains. So that was definitely a good tip and a good reminder. But I just think adding a few of these hearts around on each side is gonna give the white just that little bit of pop that it needs. I just love bringing in the different colors. If you had some pink hearts, you could definitely use some pink ones as well. I think the red and the pink work so beautifully together with the white.
I was wandering around town in a city of gold when I was struck by luck 'cause I found you sitting all alone, looking down your phone like a restless soul. The wind that stroked your hair left your scent in the air, and the sun was...
It looks great like it is, but I have these little hearts, so I'm just adding these to the napkins. I'm hiding the little stick in the folds of the napkin just to add another little heart, just another little something to give it that little pop of color.
Flowers bloom, days are made for you. You make me weak in the knees. I'm double believing you and me. So darling, please fly away with me, and you will.
Here's a look at the first option with these place settings where you have the more traditional red with the white and the silver. I love how it came out. I only used the water glass, and I did have the matching glasses from my mom's set, but I thought mixing and matching would look nice. And these are Gorham glasses that I picked up at the thrift store a few years ago. I absolutely love these. I love the cut work on them, and I just thought the cut work added to the vibe of the table that I was going for. So I like the mix of the cleaner look with the more traditional type of cut work. And I think mixing it with the white placemats works as well. I do like it better with the red, but you use what you have, like I keep saying. I think it looks so inviting. It makes me want to come and eat a cupcake, even though I'm not going to do that. But that's the thing with food. I just love how it makes a beautiful, inviting tablescape.
You looked away before I could say that all I want is you and to be near, standing where you are. I'll give you my heart, peace when we're apart.
Went ahead and changed out the place settings so we could get a look at what it would look like with the gold chargers. So I took away the placemats that were underneath the red and then the whites in the center, and I'm just using the lace one, and then I'm using the gold chargers, my mom's bone china, and then everything else is still the same, but it gives it a completely different look. And I feel like it lightens it up even more. I was talking about earlier that sometimes I feel like, especially on Valentine's Day, they can feel a little bit heavy. And I think it's because of all of the red, which I love the pops of red, but I also feel like this gives it a very light feel to the entire table. And I actually love both of them, but I think this is my favorite look. I may end up going and getting my gold flatware and putting it here because I think that would just add one more little special touch to this table.
Smile, got up and took him by the hand. Now I understand that he is your man. You make me weak in the...
No matter what the occasion, you can create a beautiful table using basics like I did here. Gold chargers, white table runner, white placemats and napkins. You just can't go wrong with the white. And then using the food like the cupcakes and the cookies and strawberries, I feel like it just makes the table that much more inviting, and again would work for any type of occasion, especially birthday parties, Easter, Mother's Day. And I love the fact that that makes it one less thing that you need to store. So some of my decor, like the flowers and the food items, I don't need to worry about storing any of that. If you're following me, you know I'm on a mission to declutter right now. And so I'm not looking to store anything that I don't need to. I was able to create this entire table from things that I already had, except for the cupcakes, cookies, and flowers. Everything else were items that I've been collecting over time. And again, go back to all of my Tablescape basics. I'm gonna have more Tablescape basic videos coming up. I'm planning to do some for different seasons and occasions that come out throughout the year, and try to do the same type of thing where I use things that I already have or thrifted items, using basic staples for any Tablescape collection. If you're interested in seeing those, make sure you're subscribed with your bell notifications turned on. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help out my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
So darling, please fly away.